Hey, what's up you guys? I'm Some Dumb American, and today we're going to take a look at a Queer Kids Stuff Like channel called Pop and Olly. Today we're just going to be looking at the channel trailer where they explain to us exactly what their goals are in creating this channel for children.
Hi, I'm Olly, creator of Pop and Olly, an LGBT+ educational resource for children, parents and teachers.
Aw, he's so cute. You know, he really doesn't look like the type of guy that would encourage harassment and threats. Guess you can't judge a book by its cover.
And we are funding so that we can continue our work, but also so that we can do some live shows and go into primary and junior schools to combat things like homophobia and discrimination before they can even begin.
I had to do the Googles to figure out what in the hey that meant, but I did find this handy dandy chart. Now my British subscribers can correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like junior and primary school means children 4 through 8, which is really young. Even when you try to teach kids that age this kind of stuff, they're not going to really understand it. Children don't even have a grasp on what gender identity even means until around the time that they hit puberty. And even though they understand that men and women get married and have kids, they don't understand anything beyond that. And really, they don't need to. Making a spectacle out of something that a child would normally never notice won't help them be less discriminatory. In fact, it will just show them that it's weird and it's something that needs a long explanation, and you'll just confuse them more. Of course, we should teach kids not to bully, but we should also let kids be kids. This isn't something that they would ever normally have questions about, and they're questions that don't need to be answered until much later.
We try to make our work as fun and colourful as possible while still being age appropriate, but at its heart, it has this really important message about diversity and equality.
I've been into primary schools and seen my book Prince Henry being used, and it's awesome because the kids aren't afraid to ask questions. They're not afraid to ask, oh, so can two guys get married? And we're like, yeah. And they're like, ah, cool. And it's really sweet because they just sail past it.
It doesn't surprise me that the kids don't actually take any of it in, which is why it's so ridiculous to try to force this on them at such a young age. I mean, look how young these kids are.
We use Pop and Olly's resources a lot. Particularly, we love Prince Henry and we love Jamie, and we've put those books as part of our Pride in Primary Education book collection.
Pride in Primary Education? What the hell is that? The resources and training will enable teachers and pupils to engage in an LGBT inclusive curriculum through the language and literacy strategy, through song and dance, a plethora of activities, and through subject-specific lessons. What ever happened to ABCs and 1, 2, 3s? And by the way, it's not the gay thing that I have a problem with. It's the fact that these people want us to take the time to sexualize children in the first place. It's insane. Kids don't need to worry about this stuff.
Now, we roll that out to primary schools in the UK and beyond. We also love using the animations because they are fantastic resources for using as part of assemblies and also as part of lessons.
Jesus Christ, you know, teach kids not to bully and teach kids to be accepting of people who are different and who aren't hurting anybody else. But don't make a giant spectacle out of gay people. You're not making gay people seem normal, you're making them seem like a circus act.
I had a young boy come up to me and he said, thank you for writing your story, Jamie, because it's me, I'm Jamie, and this book reflects my situation.
And you know what? That's great. If a kid finds something on their own that they relate to, that's awesome, as long as it's age appropriate. Around ages 10, 11, I think it's perfectly appropriate to start telling kids the ins and outs of gay people, because that's probably when they'll actually get curious about it. But until the kids are actually curious about it or old enough to understand it, leave them alone and definitely leave it out of schools.
Funding will help us increase the quality of our work and also help us get our work out to more children, to more teachers, to more families, and really help make a difference and hopefully make a more accepting society for future generations.
I still can't get over how young those kids are. It's insane. It looks like indoctrination to me. And I remember being that age, and I remember what we used to read in order to learn to read in school. And we weren't reading straight fairy tales. We were reading weird books about owls and orange juice. So let's just take a step back. Teach kids not to bully and leave the sexuality for later. But that's all I've got for you guys today. If you want to see the rest of the video where they they beg for funding. Link is down in the description. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Should we wait for kids to mature on their own, or should we sexualize them right away and get them while they're young? I'd love to know your thoughts. As always, the links to my Patreon and my social media are down in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.